It's a concept I've recently started getting into. To understand the difference, one doesn't really need to watch hundreds of movies. There are a few key points that differentiate these two styles of movies. Having said that, they can also clash into each other and create a hybrid style that includes both of them. The best way I can explain is by using 3 different movies as examples. In this video, I'll be using Inception, Clara Sola, and Get Out. There will be spoilers, so you've been warned. We begin with cinema's all-time classic and my personal favorite, Inception. From intense CGI to crazy action sequences, Inception's main focus is the story, not the characters, not the emotions, nor the aesthetically visual aspect. They are all supporting factors, of course. You can't have a great movie without good acting, pleasing visuals, or emotional pieces. They are crucial elements that pull the audience into the film's world, but the main focus here is the action. We follow our protagonist's pursuit of the dramatic needs through different events that eventually take us to the final destination. That's the main thing we are presented. Everything else is pretty much secondary. We wonder why Cobb can't return home to his children, or why the dream device passive works, and if the heist team is going to succeed. We are more invested about Cobb reaching his goals and succeeding than his feelings or thoughts. We want to see what happens next. We want to see the action, excitement, suspense. We want to experience the events with our characters like we're together with them. That's the essence of mainstream Hollywood movies. What about art house? The less popular style which the majority of the population doesn't even get to see. It's quite straightforward, really. Art. Movies that are made for the sake of creating art or experimenting with art. While mainstream movies are what the majority of people go to the cinema for, to enjoy themselves or seek entertainment, art house movies are made to simply create amazing art pieces. In these movies, main elements that are focused on are painting like colors and visuals, authenticity and sincerity of the characters as well as their emotions. And of course, the main focus is the emotional or psychological progression our characters go through their journey. In this film, we would ask why Clara is behaving the way she is, what's bothering her right now, and what the connection between her and the White Horse is. We are invested in Clara's psyche. We are trying to understand her emotions and her behavior and how it ties to the story. Throughout the story, we witness Clara's discoveries about being a woman and breaking past the barriers that her family created which obstructed her freedom. She truly frees herself and realizes that only she can truly heal herself during the final scene of the film. Basically, the experience these movies provide are much more vague, intimate and abstract compared to the tangibility of mainstream Hollywood's action and event-based storytelling. For that fact, for many viewers including me, it feels a lot slower at times, making it harder to watch. But as you get used to the retention shift, it allows you to witness great storytelling in its undertones. Get Out is a particularly interesting movie. We could say it's a combination of the two styles. It has art house components while still being a major Hollywood blockbuster. It's not the only movie of its kind, of course. With the success of A24's Hereditary and Midsommar, we could argue art house has found its way into mainstream with the help of elevated horror. I found the balance they created between art and mainstream to be just right. The first thing that struck my attention was the way the film was colored. It felt a bit closer to what I've seen in art house movies. Other than that, it felt like your classic light-hearted romantic film opening. But I was surprised by the usage of the deer right after the couple first scenes. It was used as a symbol of racism, which we can see time and time again. Throughout the story, we have a shift of focus. It dances from Chris's emotions to the actual mystery and suspense of the story. In my opinion, this dance added a lot more depth and an abstract dynamism to the movie. This is especially true with the sunken place scene, which includes amazing visuals with the symbolistic way of telling the story. But elevated horror is not the only way art house has entered mainstream. We have David Lynch and Stanley Kubrick's movies as well. Their style and taste are much closer to your classic mainstream blockbuster, so they're perfect for getting into art house with the easy digestibility compared to other hardcore art house films. So yes, they are quite different, which is exactly why I find it wrong to say one style is better than the other, or one style is the correct one to use to create films. It would be like saying paintings are better than sculptures. I think we should appreciate the unique elements each of the styles bring to the table, regardless of our biases. At the end of the day, cinema is an art form, regardless of the style filmmakers choose to do it with.